This whole day is out of order, but in the best possible way. Damn, that's an old tree. Wait, does this sign say butt rot?
Butt rot? Wait, does it say butt rot? Oregon white oak, Culmination State Park's iconic white oak tree, is one of the oldest in the Pacific Northwest. Its curved chair-like growth pattern reflects the Native American custom of shaping such trees to mark trails or to note areas of cultural importance. Estimates age the tree at 400 to 450 years old, though the interior butt rot, it does say that, Polyphorus dirophyllus, prevents more accurate analysis. A scar on the northern end of the trunk attests to the tree's survival of a direct lightning strike approximately 200 years ago. Huh. Where is it? Oh, there it is. There's butt rot? That's gotta be a vandalized sign, right?
The lonely oak looks lonely. Guess even trees have outcasts.
And there's a woman in a white dress under it, too. It's like she's getting all set up to be murdered at the beginning of Deadly Premonition or something.
Looks like this one might actually be working.
Alright, step one. Now we just need to find a quarter. Easy peasy.
Dwight Mueller really killed it with this statue of an explorer guy. Where are all my explorer ladies at, though? Probably at home, washing laundry and spitting out kids. Fuck you, Dwight.
For a brief second there, I thought they were going to talk about spitting on kids. I was like, what's happening?
Was this how historic axe murderers searched for their next victim?
Nobody look. I'm being naughty. It's fine. They can. It'll pressure wash out.
Stop sextanting the interns.
I'm an adult. I keep thinking that she's gonna draw something and not write something.
This Blackwell guy sure liked founding stuff that was already there. Founders keepers, I guess.
Blackwell's expedition. This spot marks the terminus of Ezekiel Blackwell's expedition westward to found the townships of Culmination and Arcadia Bay. On March 14th, 1838, Blackwell and a group of Pentecostal settlers left Independence, Missouri for Oregon. On March 3rd, 1839, Blackwell's expedition arrived at Overlook Park. Upon seeing the Pacific Ocean from this location, Blackwell determined the expedition concluded and founded the town of Culmination. The group later returned south to found Arcadia Bay, so named for Blackwell's veneration of the area's natural beauty and desire to live in harmony with its native peoples. Culmination Peak, renamed Culmination State Park, was designated as State Park in 1997 as order of Governor John Kitzhaber. That's just 1992, celebrating that he was a dude that existed. I thought that was a shoe for a second there. That log.
Yuck. Cliche much, AW and BW?
You want to say cliche? Wait for the surprise that they're siblings. I'm gonna sneak up on you. You're never gonna see me coming.
I guess nature doesn't quite provide. Get out of here, woodland creatures. Have some self-respect.
As two more come in. Now they're birds. You don't even do like the stomping jump where you just startle the shit out of them by jumping at them. Instead you just went, shoo, I'm a human that says things.
This trash can is in pretty high demand. Ah, you fools.
Always stomp startle, it's important. Just switching back and forth. Is that a story? Is that like a puzzle mechanic?
I've always said the Prescott family has a couple screws loose. If Max were here, she'd probably take a black and white photograph and call it Innocence Lost, or some shit.
You talk shit, but she was an award-winning photographer in one timeline. I mean, it was a high school award, and I basically won a digital art award at my high school on my first try, so it's not exactly the highest bar, but it is a bar technically, you know. Anyway, all this walking around and not doing anything is hard work. I better sit down for a while. Alone.
Just a day in the park with Rachel Amber. You know when something kind of amazing is happening, you don't always stop to think about it right away? And then when you do think about it, you start thinking about it a lot. And the more you think about it, the crazier it seems until pretty soon you're psyching yourself out and then everything turns to shit. Yeah, let's not do that today.
It really sounds like you're already doing it. You've been, every moment she has, she's like, oh my god, it's Rachel Amber. A character she's just obsessed with? She's like a different character entirely.
I don't want to head down there just yet.
Whenever she interacts with Rachel or thinks about Rachel, she's like a different human being than she is the rest of the everything. Yeah, fix the viewfinder, great. With what? Are there any items around here? Things to use?
Rachel's quarter is still trapped in there, waiting to be set free. Huh. Looks like I might be able to pry it open with the right tool.
Is there really not like a coin return for when somebody puts the wrong thing in? That's usually like always one of those. But now I need a tool.
I'm not getting in there with just my fingers. Maybe Rachel has something I can use? That is the look of a person who is used to getting what she wants. Wonder what that feels like. I'm thinking about prying open that viewfinder. Got a knife on you?
A knife?
Yeah. My mom took mine.
No. How about a nail file?
I guess you could stab someone with a nail file. Oh, right. Sure, let's try it.
Metal's metal, right? I mean, you wouldn't want to try something with like a... You wouldn't really want to try to open something with like a freaking aluminum can, I guess. It's happening. I can't scroll through it, though. I lost track at the beginning of it. Oh, they're not getting along. Oh, they're not getting along at all. How do I scroll through that shit? Victoria. There we go. Chloe Price, fluorine, uranium, carbon, potassium, uranium? Think I don't know that spells fuck you on the periodic table? I got in trouble for that. You carbon, uranium, nitrogen, tin? You just called me Cunson. Huh? Tin is SN. Fuck you, bitch, you're so dead. You're... Oh, boy. That's fantastic. I didn't even realize that's what she was going for, but that's fantastic.
Damn it. It always looks so easy in the movies. I wonder if I can find something sturdier to use.
Sturdier than the nail file. Okay. What can I use the nail file on? The sign. This guy's statue. Can I attack the statue with the nail file? History placard. There's a rope. There's guys down there, but I think I can't go that way, right? Oh, I can unscrew this. Because you can jam the nail file into the screws. Right? Yep. You're missing, by the way. It's clearly... Don't... What do you... Wait. Did you just throw away her nail file? I thought you, like, idolized her. Why would you throw away her nail...
Dedication plate takes persistence.
You did not just refuse to say dedication. You threw away her nail file, you fucking rebel, you. What's wrong with you? Man, they get a lot of texting done all the time, don't they? Hey, heads up. Wells is on the warpath. Oh no! Seriously, just trying to help. Yeah, right, you killed me this morning. That's what GM does, dude. Also, thanks for playing with us. Mikey had a blast. He's cool. He's been down lately. Not sure why, but I know playing with you really meant a lot. Oh, cool. So the principal's after me. Also, what? Why did... Chloe, why? Aren't nail files metal? Like, I don't think it's just disposable, like you just throw it away the moment you use it to unscrew something for a second. I'm pretty sure she might want that back. She just threw it away, like, fuck this nail file that doesn't belong to me.
Where's got power? Activate.
All this work for 1 quarter, which I'm gonna put in the other machine. Are we bad people? Yeah.
I don't want to boast, so I'll let you do it for me. Chloe Price, you are truly the Viewfinder Whisperer. I stand in awe of your powers.
The secret ingredient was to commit a misdemeanor.
Rachel smells like... jasmine? Is she smelling me right now, too? Really should have showered this morning.
All right, here's the game. You find some people for us to spy on, and then you and I will act out what they're saying and thinking.
That's it? I do that in my head during, like, every class.
See? You're a natural. Let's give it a try.
Grill.
Hey, what do you say we barbecue some squirrels when we're done here?
God, you just have the best ideas.
Why do I feel like she's faking this or something. This is weird interaction.
Sweet beanie.
What do you suppose she's thinking?
Nature's Wi-Fi sucks.
Maybe there's a squirrel family around here with broadband.
If only I can guess their password. We love nuts, 69.
Dingoes ate our babies, 13.
Too soon.
The dingo ate my baby.
What's going on with these two?
And the Lord saith, Thou shalt make a burnt offering of your firstborn son.
Who are you talking to, Dad?
No one, son. Now, lean into the grill and see if the fire started. Further. Further.
Wow, that was dark. Too dark? Perfect dark.
Joanna! I'm so sorry, were we just name dropping the best fucking game ever made?
Loving this guy.
What's he thinking right now?
I hope bees don't mistake my shorts for begonia.
I've been pollinated twice this week already.
This is fun. Who's next? Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to hog the viewfinder. Ooh, jackpot. Commence makeout session in 3, 2, 1. Nailed it. Damn, they are really going at it.
I think that's Rachel's parent. I'm pretty sure that's one of Rachel's parents, one of those two people, and that's why she's not saying anything.
Oh, honey, I think we used the vibrating bed for too long. I'm totally seeing double. Rachel?
Oh, there she goes.
Hey, Are you alright?
What are we doing?
Excuse me?
Last I checked, you're supposed to be Chloe Price. Yet we've been ditching now for hours, and we haven't even gotten wasted yet. That's got to be against some school ditching rule.
Okay, here it goes. I was waiting for something to be wrong, or some sort of texture to this character, because so far, she's been so boring, because she's like, just like, oh look, I'm perfect in every way, and it's like, great. I mean, that's fine, it makes you, like, be a nice person to know, but I'm supposed to be doing a story game about you. I'm waiting for, like, something to happen, or some reveal. Clearly she's working through her own shit, and she's got something else going on in her life, and she's trying to get past it by, like, I don't know for sure. This might just be a one of two things is happening. One, she just saw one of her family members, one of her parents cheating on the other one with one of the other two people there. I don't know which one's her parent of those two. Or this whole thing is a ruse, and she's just using Chloe as a chance to go out and party and stuff like that because she thinks that Chloe will be a conduit to that kind of behavior. That said, everything up until now has been so out of whack with the idea that she's using Chloe that I'm thinking that it's what she saw in the Viewfinder. She's probably not specifically, although that'd be kind of more interesting. It'd be kind of more interesting if she was just fucking with Chloe and trying to, like, have the Chloe experience for an afternoon and then move on. Although no, that doesn't even make sense anyway, because she was already at the party on her own and more adept at being there, probably. So no, that whole theory's out, I think. It's pretty much just whatever she saw is what she's mad at, and now she's, like, kind of lashing out and maybe even acting like that's how she is to avoid the subject of why she's actually freaking out.
Hell yeah. The honor student wants to show the school delinquent at a party? Be my guest.
How gracious of you.
I don't think Chloe's going to realize what happened at all.
They have a bottle of wine. Let's steal it.
Okay. Or we could go try to find a liquor store instead.
No. You shouldn't bring alcohol to a public park if you're not willing to share it with everybody, right? And fuck it, I just want to take something that's not mine. All right, I'm going in. Try to keep up.
Okay, now she's just getting weird.
Can we help you?
Oh my god!
Jesus. Chloe.
Holy shit. Talk about committing to a performance. Better act fast.
Chloe is not prepared for this level of nonsense. You're not acting fast at all.
Oh, thank God. Please, this girl is in trouble. Go get help.
I need to get these two to focus on Rachel so I can swipe the wine.
What are you waiting for? Go!
I've seen this kind of thing before. This woman clearly has a wound that needs to be sterilized. Do you happen to have any alcohol?
I didn't see a wound.
Look closer. In the meantime, I'll search for the booze.
Hold on. There's something off about this. Are you girls putting us on?
Rachel! Run!
What the hell?
I honestly wasn't sure where to go with that one. The time limit's rough. Oh my god, what is wrong with you? How much did you just drink in one go?
Maybe your acting could use a little work, but at least you committed to the performance.
Thanks.
It's a good thing they stopped chasing us immediately.
I could use a drink after trying to keep up with you.
I am excessively sober right now.
Right. Okay. Guess we're leaving now.
Okay. Someone's working through shit. Well, I was waiting for something to happen, and here we are. Nathan Prescott is the golden child of the Prescotts, Arcadia Bay's oldest, wealthiest, and most powerful family. And they love reminding everyone. Nathan's dad does something nautical related. I think it has to do with murdering baby seals and turning them into death rays for the military, but I can't remember the details. Whatever the case, there's a lot of people in this town who hate the Prescotts, including all the fishermen who he put out of work. And you do not want to mess with fishermen, they smell. Nathan is odd. He's extremely privileged, yet dark and brooding. Even though he's a dick, I can't help feeling bad for him sometimes. He's really just a weird little dude trying to figure out his shit, but he has to pretend to be all this stuff he's clearly not, like an athlete or a cool kid. You can tell it fucks him up inside. Of course, the best cure for feeling bad for Nathan is to actually talk to Nathan. Then you remember what a wonderfully punchable face those Prescott genes gave him. For a drug dealer, Frank Bowers is actually pretty chill. He likes to act like a tough guy, and I have no doubt he's done a few messed up things over the years, but to me, he's like a scruffy dog. The tougher he tries to come off, the cuter he seems. I've been buying weed from Frank for close to a year. I almost never have enough money to pay him, and he always tells me, it's the last fucking time, Chloe, I'm not your fucking friend. Then he always gives it to me anyway, like I said, the guy's adorable. Of course, if I ever did anything to actually get on Frank's bad side, he may not seem so cuddly anymore. I hear Frank rolls with some dudes who are in way darker shit than keeping high schoolers medicated. It's hard to imagine Frank getting mixed up in anything really bad, but I guess you never know. For now, I just keep hoping that Frank is even worse at remembering who owes him money than he is at being intimidating. I mean, I'm no expert, but if you just down a whole bottle of wine, isn't that going to be a bad time pretty quickly?
Whoa. Hey, check this out. What?
Oh, we're just reusing every location, aren't we? Wait, did we just backtrack along the entire train ride? This is the same place we got on the train. It was the same setting from season 1. The stop where we hopped on the train was across the train tracks from here. It's a super long walk back. That scene on the train was like 20 minutes long. Meanwhile, Chloe's like getting echoes of the future, like, this is the same place I died in like 5 times.
Great. It's a pile of trash.
Yeah, an awesome pile of trash.
Let's explore. You have fun, Chloe. I'm gonna go sit down.
Rachel's been acting kind of standoffish ever since we left the park. What's her deal?
Hey Chloe, remember when you shot yourself here? Hey Chloe, remember when you got hit by a train here? Hey, Chloe, remember when Mark Jefferson shot you in the head and then buried you here? I think that was here. Hey, remember when she was buried here?
Actors are moody, but wow, Rachel.
I'm not moody. I just need some space. Is that all right with you?
Okay. Actually, no. I thought we were having a great day together. Why are you acting like this all of a sudden?
I'm not acting like anything. I just want to be left alone right now.
No. I don't understand. You can't just turn on me for no reason.
I'm sorry, turn on you? I guess I forgot. It's always about how you feel, isn't it? Sad Chloe's fucking sad again. Maybe you should try giving a shit about other people for once.
Are you serious right now? Fuck!
Good arm.
Okay, I still have no idea what's going on with Rachel, but Apparently, she gets smashy when she's angry. I can work with that.
Ah, the tradition is born where they break shit here.
Score.
Seriously though, am I misremembering something, or did both of them die here? In this junkyard? I guess Rachel might have died somewhere else and been brought here.
Hey, check it out. I don't always drink beer, but when I do, I prefer drinking it next to an old toilet. Home run!
How do you swing that poorly that you don't even break it?
Sure. I asked you to leave me alone. Are you kidding me? I know you're the school princess and all, with the DA daddy and the perfect grades and all the perfect little Victoria chases kissing your perfect ass, but seriously? Fuck you. Great. I'm leaving. See you around, Chloe. You can't leave! Watch me. Rachel, wait! Don't go! Why not? Because I don't want to ruin this the way I ruin everything else in my life. And what is this exactly?
Dun dun dun.
I mean, fuck. Are you actually going to make me say it? Say what? Exactly. You know, like a friendship. But more. Ah. I know. Weird, right? It's just today was the best day I've had since my dad died. And when I almost ruined it just now, the way I ruin everything, it made me realize whatever's going on between us is special. Come on, say something. Chloe, I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. But I can't. Even though I want to. Why not? Because I can't. I know it isn't fair, but it's how it is. Goodbye, Chloe. Fuck this place.
Time to get busy. Every button is smash. There you go. I don't know how you messed that up last time. She absolutely saw something. And Chloe thinks that she made a mistake, but she didn't even do anything this time. Oh, great. So we just... all that setup of like trying to improve things and try to behave better for mom and everyone, and now we fuck it all up specifically to have this day, and then it goes wrong, and so it's like, why do we even bother with that at that point? Your school called. I think you know why. We have a meeting tomorrow with Principal Wells. I need you to do better. Chloe? Chloe Elizabeth Price, you ignore me all you want, but there will be hell to pay when you get home. Oh god, is there another page of this? Max. Well, all this Shakespeare shit, with all the Shakespeare shit going on, I thought I'd write you a sonnet. Then I realized that rhyming is hard, and nothing really rhymes with Rachel, which seems fitting, given that I've never actually met anyone like Rachel before. With Rachel, everything is a game of some kind. I had to use my breaking and entering skills to get this viewfinder working just so we could spy on peeps at the park. Rachel was hilarious, making up dialogue for them, and I actually held my own mocking some tight shorts wearing speedwalker. After we watched some old couple suck face, Rachel decided it was high time we unsobered ourselves, so we hatched a plan to steal wine from these yuppie picnickers. And since it's Rachel, the plan involved elaborate acting and some more improv on my part. My acting fell short this time. Thankfully, I could still snatch and run with the best of them. Our hard-earned wine in tow, we journeyed forth in search of more fun and games. Chloe, the usurper, the unsober. I guess I should probably get some reading done here. This might be it for now. I think the episode's almost over. How do you describe Rachel, Amber? I've been trying to find the right words ever since we met. The crazy thing about Rachel is that I really should hate her guts. I mean, she's a straight-A student, beloved by everyone at school, including students and teachers. She's super into acting, and I hear she even does modeling on the side, which I imagine her district attorney dad and Stepford housewife mom support her in. It all sounds like a recipe for awfulness, and yet Rachel somehow is nothing like the privileged golden child type you'd expect. She's not like any type, actually. She's probably the most surprising person I've ever met, and that's not just because when we met she was helping me take down some skeevy assholes at a rock show, but it's just this feeling she gives off, like when you're with her, anything is possible. Fuck, it really sounds like I have a crush on her, doesn't it? Here's hoping she reveals something really horrible about herself, like a stamp collection or a love for cat memes, something to make her a little less indescribably awesome. Back to rage mode. Oh, she would not be happy about the good kids sign. No. It's not something she'd be psyched about. Can I break the sign too? No. Oh, is she gonna break the camera?
Never understood your hard-on for camera smacks. You took a million pictures of us, and not one of them showed that you were gonna leave when I needed you most. Fuck cameras.
God damn, you are in a state.
You know she's fake, yet you can't take your eyes off her. Who else do I know who fits that description? Ah! Fuck off, Rachel.
Oh no, and then this one's... Oh, they're all the people in her life.
If you want to rip a family apart from the inside, it's important to bring the proper tools. Fuck you, David. Dad.
tell you that I miss you, my old friend.
Why are you crying, sweetheart?
Because you're not real.
I'm not.
What is going on? What's past is prologue and shit.
Kiddo, look on the bright side, would ya?
What bright side?
You made a new friend today.
I guess I did that?
Gotta say, that was some fight. A lover's quarrel, you might say? She nearly took your head off.
What do you care?
Sorry, sweetheart. I guess I'm getting into your personal business.
I don't feel drunk.
Sometimes people need you, though. Even when they don't admit it.
Rachel.
I kind of thought they would cut to credits when she was smashing and crying. That flashback, that dream sequence kind of made it worse. Like it was actually a good scene, and that was like awkward as crap. And he was talking like a Silent Hill character, like exactly like a Silent Hill character. His voice acting is so weird. Sometimes people need help, even when they don't admit it. This is feeling weird. Every scene feels like it's the last one, and then instead of cutting to credits, it cuts to another scene. I'm like, oh, it's not, or oh, okay. There must be another reveal coming up or something.
You came. I'm glad.
Hey. I couldn't let the day end with whatever this afternoon was.
Chloe, I want to talk to you about something, but I don't know how to talk about this.
You don't have to tell me anything you don't want to.
You remember that guy that we saw under this tree with that woman?
The ones who were making out?
That was my dad.
Oh. All right.
And that woman was definitely not my mom.
Oh.
The worst part is, I'm not surprised. I felt like my dad's been lying about something for a while. I didn't know what it was. So when I saw he got a text from an unknown number asking him to meet, I thought I could catch him or something.
I'm so sorry, Rachel. I don't know what to say.
Neither do I. Chloe, I love my dad. I love him. And I never want to see his fucking face again.
When my dad died, I was so mad at him. For months, I felt wrong because half the time I thought of him, I wanted to scream. And the other half, I forgot.
Forgot that anything had changed. It's silly, but I've carried this photo around with me for years. It's from Mount Hood. My dad took me hiking there when I was 10, and it started raining, and I fell and broke my arm 3 miles from the car. I remember screaming like I was gonna die, but my dad, he carried me down the mountain. I still remember the smell of his coat, and how calm he was, and the sound of his voice, and he was just so strong, you know? I felt safe.
No one's ever safe.
Yeah.
Here.
Chloe, I owe you an apology.
Hey, we were both kind of the queen of shitty.
No, I mean it. Whatever's going on between us, it's intense and new and awesome, and you had the courage to tell me that you feel it too. And I treated you like shit.
Courage? I don't know if I'd call it that. More like blind desperation. And maybe a slight buzz from that wine.
I just want you to know I'm lucky that you were with me today. You're a badass, Chloe Price.
What?
Remember that biker asshole who wouldn't let you into the mill? You talked your way right past him.
You saw that?
And those skeevy douchebags who followed you upstairs? You dropped that one guy with a knee to the balls.
Only because you showed up at the last minute, and...
What about Drew? When he was picking on Nathan? You got right in his face and called him out.
That was pretty sweet, actually.
See? You're the real thing, Chloe. I don't know anyone like you. Plus, you came along with me, no questions asked.
Well, I don't really need a good reason to ditch school.
I guess tomorrow there'll be hell to pay.
My mom might skip grounding and just go straight to the death penalty.
And my dad will definitely punish me with...
Fuck your dad.
Fuck him.
What I wouldn't give to leave this place and never look back.
What's stopping us?
Us? Are you serious?
There's nothing keeping me here. Not anymore.
So, if I came to you tomorrow and told you to pack your bags...
I'm serious. Let's do it, Chloe. Let's leave this place forever.
Okay.
Can I borrow your lighter? Thank you.
Come on.
Well now, that's both a powerful scene and a serious dick move. Also, I'm realizing even more foreshadow. There was actually a decent amount of foreshadowing throughout different parts of the episode, but even the little detail of the guy doing the forest fire awareness campaign that we signed was all set up for the fact that the episode ends with a forest fire. Huh. We had two back-to-back-ish scenes where you had, like, these genuine moments of just rage and loss, which I don't really remember that kind of emotional intensity ever being directly expressed at any point in season 1, so, like, that's, like, a spike. Like, I'm actually impressed by some of the scenes that happen here and there. I thought the episode was kind of aimless for a little while there, and I was kind of getting a little frustrated as we were just kind of sitting there staring at each other and being on like a date or something, but it quickly went somewhere else, and the Chloe scene was a powerful thing, and I kind of thought that they might just end it on Chloe smashing and crying, and then they might, next episode we might get more context for what happened, but instead the episode ends with another follow-up scene of a similar smashing and crying scene from Rachel, which, yeah, would have to happen this episode, pacing-wise. I didn't think that that kind of immediate follow-up was going to happen necessarily. The scene was so powerful, not just, I don't just mean like in the way it's shot and everything, but I mean like it seemed physically powerful in universe, to the point where I could almost wonder if burning the down, are they gonna go that way? Are they gonna go that kind of, like, written by Ashley Birch? Did she write the whole thing or some of it? How's that work? I have more questions now. So she's involved in the project, she's just not a voice actor because they're on strike, but only for voice acting strike? That's even more confusing. What a confusing industry. That's bizarre. Wait, it says that Chloe Price, yeah, Rihanna DeVry. Chloe Price has 2 voice actor credits. That's even more confusing. What does that even mean? Are some of them voiced by Ashley Birch, like in later episodes? Maybe it varies from episode to episode. Anyway, I'm wondering if they're gonna lean on that weird trope of like Native American burial grounds or whatever the hell. Like, is the tree that was shaped by Native Americans to mark trails, as we saw in that one thing, like, does it have some kind of power? And did burning it down in that moment of rage, did that give Max her powers and maybe some other characters their powers in this series that seems to kind of have a few characters with powers here and there? Overall, I'm largely on board. She's still a little frustratingly perfect. I think part of me was kind of waiting for Rachel to be manipulating Chloe or something, just because that would just give me something. Like, there was a pretty good DLC for Life is Strange. That's like, I mean, not for Life is Strange. There's a pretty good DLC for The Last of Us, because The Last of Us mentions a character and only in story form at one point, and just says that they're dead. So all you know is that there's some character and they were dead, and that's it. But the DLC focuses specifically on that dead character. And instead of just being like, oh, she was so perfect, and isn't it sad she's dead? It made her a complex, flawed character with a bunch of different scenes, and they were more interesting as a result. I'm kind of waiting for Rachel to be more interesting. The most we've seen is that she expresses pain when she finds out her father's cheating on her mother, which is like not, like, while it's a sad scene, and that kind of, some people might view it as like a weakness to react that strongly or something, but I wouldn't really think so. No, I think that's just somebody reacting to pain. So I'm kind of waiting for the character herself to have more texture to her, because she kind of just seems like this magic dream girl that just comes into their life and is just everything that Chloe wants, and so on. Little Paper Towns, actually, a John Green book about this boy and this girl. Boy's the main character, girl just sort of shows up, and they don't know each other that well, and she takes him into this abandoned theme park, and they go exploring and have like a really wonderful single day together, which is kind of what's happened so far. But then the girl disappears, and the whole book is about tracking down this girl that he just thinks is fucking perfect and is obsessed with, and needs to chase her and find out where she went, and so on. And over the course of chasing after her, starts finding out that maybe she had more issues and had more flaws, and so on over the course of that. This is actually kind of setting itself up to the point where actually, wow, actually that might even be a direct... Whoa, wait a minute, that might be a direct inspiration. The timing would work out. Could Paper Towns be an inspiration for Life is Strange with Rachel and Chloe's story? Because that kind of is what happens. They have no interaction with each other, they're just people that knew each other from school, kind of. Then they have this crazy day, and then it doesn't happen immediately necessarily, but we know that Rachel's going to disappear, and over the course of trying to track down Rachel and chase after her and find out what's going on with her, I remember there were moments where, like, Chloe was like, Rachel wouldn't do that, it's not true, about a bunch of different things that they were finding, and she was rejecting this information about Rachel. And it's actually like almost identical to Paper Towns, except spoilers for Paper Towns, there's no, you don't magically find out that there was like a photographer teacher that murdered the girl and buried her in a junkyard somewhere. No, that's not what happens in that book. But aside from that, actually, they're shockingly similar stories so far. I'm kind of curious to see if that keeps getting more similar. the go-to book people refer to for the series is Catcher in the Rye, because they literally named the protagonist of the series Max Caulfield, and that's just actually their name. Like, that's just a little overboard with the reference. Overall, I'm largely on board with the whole Life is Strange series thing. I still think I like what's it called? Night in the Woods better. But you know, it's up there with like Oxenfree and stuff like that. This is I think it's better than people give it credit for in some cases, but also not nearly as good as, let's say, Tumblr gives it credit for. But yeah, this has been Life is Strange Before the Storm, episode 1. There's 3 episodes total. I'm interested in seeing where it goes. The episode was pretty well structured to an extent, in part because we have this protagonist that has so many problems building up in her life, many of which are ones that she's kind of building up herself in response to tragedy. And she has this chance to escape reality on a date with this girl and escape all of her problems for a day. But in the process of escaping for a day, she makes several of her problems worse by continuing to neglect things and undoing anything I was doing. Like, I made a few decisions early in the episode specifically to try to make things better, and those decisions were largely undone by the whole date happening at all. And as a result, the next episode's almost certainly going to be about all of our problems catching up with us, and the consequences of continuing to neglect things finally turning around and being a problem for us. Oh, and it's about to end. What was I gonna say? I don't know. Damn it, I lost the thought completely. It's a little late. God damn it, I had a thing I was about to say and I just completely lost it altogether. Oh yeah, right. The episode ends with them talking about leaving, which unfortunately we know they won't. And normally I'd be like, no, don't leave, what are you, fucking crazy? Because they're a bunch of like sophomores from high school that seem to have no real prospects set up at the moment, and if they just run off, like, almost nothing about that's going to like work for them. But we know they both die, like, soon. So in this case, yeah, go for it, fuck it. Go running. Obviously they won't. That's the problem. That's the tragedy. The irony of that ending scene, I guess, is that we know that they won't leave. At least not together. We know that they're murdered by Nathan Prescott and Mark Jefferson, and nothing's going to stop that. And trying to stop that is, and failing to stop that is like the whole point of Life is Strange Season 1. So those are the 4 decisions of the entire episode? That's it, huh? Alright. So, that was top one, such a minor one, too. So 2/3 of people attack, but 2/3 of people are nice to Joyce. I wasn't entirely mean to Joyce, either. I think all I did was, like, she's an asshole. Which is, like, I was more like I was being honest. Not as like an honest appraisal of him, but I was having Chloe be honest about her emotions instead of trying to appease, because then they could have a more even playing field of be more straightforward with their conversation, more truthful about it, and see how it goes. Most people defend Nathan, huh? Isn't that interesting? Knowing full well that Nathan murders Chloe, almost 90% of people still defend him. Well, I do wonder what percentage of people played Season 1 before this. And what percentage of people just hopped in here and don't have any context for who Nathan is, and like, oh no, the nerdy kid's being picked on. But like, I was so imagining a larger percentage of people might be like, yeah, fuck him, schadenfreude, haha, Nathan's getting picked on. And people are big on the girl on girl romance, apparently. I mean, the game's clearly setting up for it, unavoidably, I think. What's this? Oh. So friend stats. I have a friend who played this game apparently. And... oh! And that one friend was somebody who stayed out of the fight. Who is my one friend that played this game? Like, can you tell me, game? Was it Andrew? Is Andrew the one that wanted to see Nathan get beat up? I'm curious. For those who don't know, Andrew did a playthrough of this game too. Life is Strange Season 1 and Before the Storm. He did Season 1 with Kel and Before the Storm with Nea, I think. It might be his stats. I don't know. It could be anyone. This is Steam instead of PS4, so I have a decent number of friends on this one. Huh. Anyway. Oh, there's more. Okay. A lot more. These are, I guess, the more minor choices. So most people don't take the money. I figured more people would suspect that it'd be like a genuine health hazard, but it's almost 50-50. 2/3 of people don't get pot, so some people do. About half of people read the Joyce self-help book. Otherwise, that's a choice? It's just whether or not you found something, more or less. Whoa, 2/3 of people put the photo on the dresser. That's actually really fucked up. What's wrong with you? You did not slip money into Joyce's purse. Wait. So 6% of people slip money into the purse. But 44% of people take the money. Huh. That means about 40% of people do take the money, but don't give it to Joyce. Oh, it's part of that is that, well, if you buy the pot, I assume you lose all the money, right? So I guess 75% of the people who take the money spend it right on the spot. But even of the people left over, like half those people don't give it to their mom. Like half of them just hold on to it and just keep the money. Most people say they'll go to the play with Elliot. Oh no. Right, I'm like double in trouble, huh? I said I would go to the play with Elliot, and I said that I would go to that, I would have that, the meeting with the principal after school, and then I ditched school, so neither of those things happened, and now I get to deal with the fallout of both of those, in addition to all the other things I thought was also going to come up later. Half of people say they like his demo, half don't listen to his demo, 2% say it was just okay. It's very nuanced. Who is this 22% of people that don't finish the tabletop game? Oh, come on, guys. Like, I get it on some level, defending Nathan, because he's getting picked on and bullied and everything, but how could you resist sabotaging Victoria's homework? She's the worst human being. And it's so cathartic, especially when it comes up later, and they're like, oh my god, here's the follow-up on that, you bitch. And I'm like, yes. So the falling in love is stupid, that's just in character. This is what I was waiting to see. I was very curious about this. Who is the fucking psychopath that doesn't share their earbuds with Rachel? Like, you're in this scene where you're listening to music with another person next to you, having a moment with them in general, and you're like, I'm just gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna take out my Walkman and I'm just gonna put my headphones in, and I'm just gonna put both of them in. I'm just gonna ignore you now. Like, what kind of weird, like, social degenerate is like, I'm just going to escape this social interaction entirely in the middle of this scene and just completely, literally tune her out. That's a hell of a move. And yeah, most people jump off the train. Yeah.
Shit.
No one steals from me. I want my fucking money!
Has that just not happened yet? We haven't stolen from anyone yet. Well, we stole a wine bottle. And other stuff like that. Anyway, up next, what's happening? I didn't press anything. What? Is it starting? I didn't press anything. Was that a phantom A button press? Nope. Exit. Exit. Naughty game trying to start on me. Alright, so next time we'll be doing episode 2, But first, back to Portal 2 custom maps. We're going to take a break, go back to doing Portal 2 custom maps, and we're going to, because if you've missed the memo, we're going to be switching back and forth between the two. Because I don't want to flood, I don't want to give people a whole month of no puzzle games. So we're going to go back and forth, and we're going to treat it like an episodic game, but faster than they normally come out. Because we're going to be playing each one like maybe like a week apart or something, as opposed to like the month or 3 months that it usually takes for episodes to come out. Thanks for watching like always, guys. I'll see you next time.